Hey everyone, good evening. Sorry it's a little extra grainy. The lighting isn't spectacular in this room. I'm at my parents' house in Rhode Island, and I hope to do actually some readings outside in the gardens. They're beautiful gardens. And maybe we'll even do a beach one. I got to the beach today. You'll see I did post a little video about that earlier, and pictures of my parents and my cat who travels with me, one of the cats, one of the three. Pete, a beautiful man. He's actually right here with me right now. He's right over there. But yeah, so I'm traveling, so I didn't do a reading the past couple of days, but it's Tuesday night. We're getting settled in. I'll be here for a few weeks, and I'm going to do the reading for Wednesday, July 28th. Got my dates right, Marcella. I hope everyone's doing well and enjoying the summer. August is usually, I know it's not August yet, but August is usually a time of when people take their breaks. I'm kind of doing that. I've got a lot of things coming up when I get back, and so this is sort of a last respite. And I'm really grateful that I was able to. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to manage the trip, but I did, and I'm really so glad that I was able to do that. It's been a couple of years since I saw my parents. And I know a lot of you out there have not yet reunited with your families. And family is really important. And I think a lot of us sit up on my pillow a little bit better here. I think one of the things that a lot of people realize is our connections and the importance of connection. This is the Archangel Power Tarot card deck. I'm going to read from this. I pulled a commentary card from it, I think last week, recently, at any rate. So I have this in the Blessed Bee deck. I selected a few decks to travel with, and I have a few that are like on my phone, like as an app. So I might pull those out from time to time over the next couple of weeks, but you can't take them all with you. I think I didn't bring hardly any clothes. My bag was like full of like crystals. Goes to show how my priorities have changed drastically over the past several years. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my packing was definitely like whatever. Life changes. All good. All right, so what are the energies for Wednesday, July 28th, 2021? Archangels, all my guides. I'm so glad I haven't worked with this deck that much on camera, but here we are. Two cards that came out right away. The Lovers. Wow. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments. Deep emotion. Yeah, that's weird grammar. This card is by Doreen Virtue and Rodley Valentine as well. This is one of the last decks I think she put out. This is the card of Gemini. Archangel Raphael is there, although Archangel, I think it is, yeah, Archangel Zadkiel is actually one of the archangels. And we also have the two of Ariel, Archangel Ariel. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once and making work fun. So this is so in this deck, the six is still the Lovers, no matter which way you cut it. That's still the same card from the major arcana. And then we have the two of Ariel, which is the two of Pentacles. In the regular tarot. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the two of Ariel. Archangel Ariel is here. Archangel of Strength, Archangel Raphael, Archangel of Healing. Very much about the heart chakra. Raphael is the Lover's card is a card about making decisions, and making decisions that are heart based. It's the sign of Gemini is one of the dual signs like Pisces. Gemini is also a mutable sign, such as and Pisces is as well. Virgo is the mutable sign of the earth elements, Gemini of the air, and the mutable fire is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is not a dual sign, but Gemini, and neither is Virgo, but Gemini and Pisces are the dual signs in the mutable element. Gemini is about thought, is about the power of the mind, and Black Moon Lilith is now at 1 degree Gemini. Mercury has just gone through. He did retrograde in the sign of Gemini this year, and is well out of that retrograde season, and for that sign this year, and will be going into, I don't know when he'll be going. It will be going. It's a hermetic planet. It will be going retrograde again, but it will not be going retrograde in Gemini for quite a long time. But Black Moon Lilith has just moved in there, and our thoughts, and this will give us the opportunity to see what kind of like fears and pitfalls are, to work with that dynamic more about how we talk to ourselves, and our thought processes, and how that can actually keep us out of making loving decisions, out of the decisions that are truly of our heart, like let ourselves get too much into head swirl that we can't even hear the voice that our heart has to share. And the Lovers card really is all about that, is making, it is the power of love, is making these deep commitments to the things that we love, not because it's a logical or it's a practical or it's a business decision, or if we are making our business decisions, we're making them with our heart intentions behind it. It's not just this like strictly cold logic and hardened hearts kind of thing. We make them with loving detachment. It doesn't mean you sacrifice, your good decisions because, all for the sake of love, like that kind of thing. But you actually make decisions that are heart based, and you can step back from this decision, and sometimes we have to step away from a situation and kind of separate ourselves out and let the situation unfold on its own, which is a very loving gesture. It's not a codependent, or it's not a manipulative gesture. It's actually a very loving gesture to let something have its space to grow on its own. We talked about this actually last week about how, and I remembered how the adage goes finally, chemo brain. A watched pot never boils. That's the adage. When you sit there and I actually referred more toward the garden. When you plant seeds, if you overwater something or overtend it, or just you hover over it constantly, it's never going to grow, and you're going to be like nitpicking it to death, and you're taking all of the passion out of it. This is a passionate card. You want to maintain the passion. What's the here? Seven of Raphael. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So this is actually the Seven of Cups in the traditional tarot. Okay, so our 3 cards are out. I'm going to angle the camera down so you can see the cards, and I will turn the cards around because that's what it's all about. My friend Lauren loves my little, when I sing my little ditties. Bottom of the deck, what do we have? 4 of Ariel. So this is the 4 of Pentacles. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. So that's a Pentacles card. Epiphany. This is Archangel Ratziel. Archangel Ratziel came up in another something or another I was listening to. Joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. This is basically the Hermit card in traditional tarot. 6 of Gabriel. This is this is a Wands card. 6 of Gabriel. Congratulations, you've done this is this is your 6 of Wands card basically. And the 3 of Raphael. Oh, celebrations. And 9 of Raphael. Oh, and again, and make a wish, dreams come true. Okay, so We've got, and then the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck as well. So we've got a lot of great cards that came out with this. So again, there's a decision that we're trying to make here, or there's some things that and with the Four of Ariel and actually with this seven, a decision is we're going to be making some decisions. This has a very similar flair to some of the part of the reading that was coming out at the beginning of last week. In some respects, we are making some kind of a decision, and it could be in it's a relationship, it's a partnership of some sort. This could simply be a partnership with yourself, an agreement to be more to listen to yourself more, listen to your heart more in terms of meeting your own needs, and therefore, meeting the needs in the external world. I see, this is, and I see that in the foreground there where you're trying to, create a better relationship, a more loving and attentive relationship to whatever it is in the front of this scene, and then the larger world behind this couple. When we look at the Lovers card, we don't strictly look at it as, none of the tarot is literal. You can take it literally, but then you have to absolutely expand it out. And we've got this couple right at the front of the scene here, and so this could be also combining both the feminine and masculine energies within yourself. Not that these could be just simply those energies within yourself, and creating a more loving, or romancing your own self. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? And the minute you're doing that, honestly, you're going to attract the kind of relationship you want, if in a kind of loving, romantic relationship in any respect. Whether you're already in one, you'll get more of what it is that you'll get more of what it is you're trying to cultivate in the partnership where you already are, or if you're seeking another relationship, a relationship, and you're single or whatever, again, you're going to be attracting the right kind of partner when you are really in tune with yourself, and you're making and all your decisions are based on your heart. You're going to also, attract those kinds of things and continue to cultivate those kinds of things within your own life, and you'll pull in, you'll pull in, some angelic being, you know what I mean? Someone who really is a great fit for you. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, that is also, it's time to make a decision. It's time to start making decisions that are more heart-based. And anything that's really not resonating with you, and isn't vibing, those kinds of things shouldn't even be entertained. It's important to have balance. Multiple work projects or jobs, working multiple jobs or projects, making work fun. So, having fun with what you're doing. The Suit of Pentacles is a suit of the material world. This can be on the level of your health. This could be on the level of your work, your actual working projects that you're working on, manifesting the kind of relationships and connections and partnerships and people and collaborations who are working with you on projects, manifesting those, and by having a playful attitude about it, and having that breath, like I said, of just, not just being, not overworking situations, letting them have their own play. Letting them, letting those things kind of flow. And I really kind of got confused when I looked at this card. It appeared to me to be, not just it had a water element to me, which would it be almost like a Two of Cups situation coming, which would be interesting because we do have the Lovers card, which is, emotions, and it involves emotions as thought. And so I'm going to scoot back to this for a minute. So the Suit of Cups would definitely be that kind of thing. And we still have the Suit of Cups appearing again with the Seven of Raphael. Raphael is also appearing here in the Lovers card. So, we have this water element, even though this is not, there's definitely a waterish feel to it and more emotion to it than a Two of Pentacles card would normally exhibit. In the Lovers card, so Raphael is here. It's seven, and Raphael is the archangel of the cup suit in this particular deck. So he's showing up in this Geminian card. Gemini is an air sign, but it is a mutable sign. So is Pisces. So I'm feeling that energy, and it might be that the moon is is still in Pisces. I'm pretty sure. I've been a little out of touch the past. It might be moving into Aries shortly, which would explain where that Six of Wands is coming in at maybe towards the end of the day kind of thing. But this kind of victory feeling, we can have that kind of feeling. We'll go into these bottom of the deck cards shortly. But we'll come back to this. Gemini is an air sign. But, any kind of thing that you would make a heart-based decision on is something that's going to involve it is going to involve your logic. It's going to be something, thought processes and, aligned thinking and the way people conduct themselves and, the way our mind kind of perceives things is absolutely, it involves the heart. We don't involve ourselves in situations, whatever they may be, work, romantic, any kind of friendships or whatever, with people who are not like-minded, who don't have like value systems. And so there is an appeal to the, our thought processes that is often, that isn't definitely tied in with the heart. It's not just the heart. There is something, maybe the way somebody articulates their words or something is something that makes you want to work with them, or how creative they are, or just maybe the way somebody sings is what ends up making you fall in love with them. Who knows? But there is this there's this element of the mind that is absolutely involved in heart-based and love situations, and all of our decisions anymore. I mean, honestly, if we're not approaching them with a loving perspective, and I'll go back to like I said, I'm able to be here with my family. At the end of the day, what made me get on that plane was because I love my family very much, and I, just that trumped every kind of there was a lot of logical reasons why I should not have got on that plane. There were a lot of logical reasons, but at the end of the day, my heart and my mind were able to come together, and my body was on that plane. Period. Okay. And I had to juggle, and go back and forth and be very present. And that's what this card is about. This card is about being balanced and being playful and weighing it. And I didn't just sit there and browbeat myself and just have a pros and cons situation all day long about it. But what I did do was I was just okay, Lisa, what's the reality? Are there things that, what's really going on right now? What's really going to keep you from being where you need to be? Is there any crazy beast chasing you that's keeping you from getting on this plane? Or are you being held hostage at all your front door, your door and your sliding glass door or whatever, and you can't go? Is there some mad beast out there? No. It's I kind of have to talk to myself and fool around and play with myself like that, in order to get myself to sometimes have to come into a more lot to help me make a decision. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of my little game I have to play with myself. What are the games that you have to play with yourself in order for things to not be so crazy and, upside down on the edge of a ledge on the top of a mountain? You know what I mean? Even if you feel you're on a ledge, how can you make it fun? This guy's pretty freaking precarious, right? So come on, man. Now, and at the end of the day, Archangel Ariel, just so you know, she's a very grounding angel. She's the angel that'll show up in the Strength card in the other Archangel deck, for instance. And she's, very much in tune with nature, with her feet on the ground. So for her to be even in this and up in the air situation, she's actually very grounded. I mean, look at the building that she's on. It stood the test of time, and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. And this person is very skilled, and so are you. So whatever it is, whatever decision process that you're going through, let yourself have your process. And at the end of all of what I'm saying, that's definitely what I'm saying is, do some meditation, do some grounding practices. And, when you give, you also receive. When you show up, guess what? Other things start to show up for you. Don't be so tight about it. And I mean, don't be so tight about it. and just be really mindful about what you're doing. Keep everything in balance. And at the end of the day, this is where we come into victory, where where we are in a celebratory place, and we're starting to make wishes, and not only and it's coming through in the way in material form. We're the things that we're trying to achieve are happening, but we're balancing it. We're not overwatering. We're not overwatching the pot. We're not doing any of that stuff. The things that we actually want. And if we just keep persevering and just keep the steady, making sure you have meditation. This has come up time and time and time and time and time again over the past 10 days. This isn't going away. Taking time for ourselves, and that's the best way to maintain balance. All right, I'm going to pull one card from the Blessed Bee deck and the interconnectedness of everything, and I'm going to pull back to that. We talked about that a lot last week. The interconnectedness of absolutely everything, and I kept this card actually out on my personal altar for the week. After this came up, because I was even noticing all of that the woven quality of her tiara and that beautiful ruby at her brow. The ruby is a crystal of self-love. Love rules all. Combining head and heart. Self-forgiveness is a key to that. And I brought in Archangel Zadkiel. I am pretty sure that Archangel Zadkiel is actually the Archangel of Gemini. And that involves a lot of, or no, maybe it's Gabriel that's Gemini. And Zadkiel is, no, Gabriel's Cancer. Zadkiel is Gemini. And Zadkiel is about forgiveness. And coming back to those thought processes, being more loving about our thought processes, self-forgiveness is absolutely key. Check in on the way you are talking to yourself. I've talked a lot about that, and I certainly encourage us to continue to do that, particularly with Black Moon Lilith now making her way through Gemini, and she will be there until next April. So we have a great opportunity to start to heal and heal by facing the thought processes. My Mercury is in my sun sign, Pisces, which means that my thought processes and the way decision making can be very much ruled by my subconscious. So that's a trip. When I say to check on those thought processes, girl, I'm doing that. I really have to do that. I'm one of those people who really has to do that, or else I can really do a lot of damage to myself and everything around me unconsciously, because it's my subconscious thoughts that are running it. So the meditation stuff, yoga, all of that stuff, getting into your body. I think that I don't care whether your Mercury's in Pisces or not, I think that a lot of us actually do that. Does that sound like that makes sense to you? Like you've run off and done things, and you've maybe gone through an entire decision process and you didn't even know what the process was. Right? Or just done something, done some stuff, and it's just like, and you don't even know where that response came from. This is our chance. This is our opportunity to rewrite that. So let's see. What is the commentary from the Blessed Bee deck for us here? The Blessed Bee deck. Meditation, going for a walk, getting out in nature. Archangel Ariel. Okay. A blessing to find the truth. Interesting. I'm going to put the camera angle up a little bit here so we can see that. A blessing to find the truth. Again, this is by Selena Fenech and, I'm sorry, Lucy Cavendish and Jane Starr Wells. This is the 25th card. So again, this brings us back to a 7, which came into that 7 of Raphael. So this is like karma. Karma is, karma. This is karma. This is spirituality. This is divinity. How we express our spirit, our essence. A blessing to discover the truth in a situation so you can make choices with full awareness. I don't make this up, I really don't. A blessing on this time and on you, so that the truth can be told and thus pour down on you in its unique freedoms. May you be blessed with knowing the truth of your own soul, and let the transformative powers of truth bring you to the light, so that what was once obscured now begins to shine, and what was uncertain now becomes defined, sure, glittering in its certainty. Let the blessings of truth be with your liberty now, for with truth there is a growth of wings that lift you up and beyond the current burdens that have kept you grounded. Let speaking of the truth bring you comfort. Let the open-hearted honesty of it cure any confusion, and let the conviction of your new knowledge bring you the rewards you are so dearly due. Let those who know you, who hear you, be healed by the contact with the purity of your words and yourself, and let no one be in any doubt as to the worth of your words and the quality of your character. There is no need to be anything except your own blessed, perfect, honest, and open self, revealed to you now as the truth of others, their motives laid bare without adornment or manipulation. Let the lamp of truth shine into all that was dark and unknown, both within and without, and let the words you have longed to speak fall freely and without concern from your lips. Truth shall bless you, and you shall bless others, when you show by example the glorious simplicity of living within the power of your own truth. Live the truth of your soul, and may the souls that share the truth be blessed forever. Blessed be. I don't make it up. Pulled these. This is exactly what I was saying, and exactly what was coming out in the cards. A truth is coming, and this Seven of Raphael, the Seven of Cups card, this came up as in the Cat People card. Remember that one with the one golden, that truth is coming out. Like, out of all the choices, a choice is going to be made, and the golden truth is coming up. Epiphany. That was right at the bottom of the deck. So that's the reading for today, guys. This is for Wednesday, July 28th. I love you. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to make a donation, PayPal and Venmo information is in the description. My email is lisa.loring, lisa.loring, @gmail.com if you want your own private reading. Yeah, comment. And if there's, I don't have all my decks with me, but, just comment. If there is a deck that you are asking for, I might have brought it with me, number one. And number two, I can always look into getting it, or make sure I put it on my list when I get back to Austin, and I can start reading it. I'll read that one from it for you. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy.